शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाए तब जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे, जय हे, जय हे, जय 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 हे।
Namaste to one and all present here. Today marks the anniversary of a defining moment in our history, which is the biggest festival of Indian democracy, the Republic Day. It was this day 73 years ago that our constitution was laid. We took pride in it then and we take pride in it now. India is the largest democracy and the second most populous country of the world with diverse religions, cultures, traditions, and beliefs. And to draft a constitution that accommodated people with such varying cultures and ethnicities, along with maintaining the democratic character of the nation, was a tedious task, and undoubtedly our leaders did it in the most effortless way. It took almost 3 years to draft the longest constitution ever for a sovereign nation, which cross-cuts all the divisions of the society and accommodates the rich diversity that India encompasses. As India is moving forward and taking its rightful place in the world, it is our responsibilities as citizens that we continue to cherish and uphold the core values enshrined in our Constitution. We must always remember that our preamble begins with the words, "We, the people." We, the citizens of India, have always shown great courage and spirit in times of adversity, and it's we that can propel our nation to become the India of our dreams. The promise of a developed India beckons us. This is the republic that our young people need to take forward and enhance. There are some undiscovered facts about the Republic Day that will slowly unfurl as we present to you the assembly. And I leave you all with the words of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Constitution is not a mere lawyer's document. It is a vehicle of life, and its spirit is always the spirit of age. Namaste.
Namaste and a warm welcome to our special assembly on Republic Day. We have gathered here to celebrate 72 years of our Constitution. Let's welcome our seniors to read the preamble.
We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Let's start this auspicious day with the morning prayer, followed by the thought for the day.
Om Astu Ma Sadgamaya Tamso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityor Ma Amritam Gamaya Om Sahna Bhavatu Sahno Bhunaktu Sahaneeyam Karvavage Tejasvinavadhitamastu Mavitvishabhave Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnasya Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः।
Namaste. Thought of the day. Democracy is not merely a form of government. It is primarily a mode of associated living, of conjoint communicated experience. It is essentially an attitude of respect and reverence towards fellow men. By Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the architect of the Indian Constitution.
Thank you for sharing such a beautiful thought with us. Now we have our young minds who will be sharing some fun facts about the Constitution and the importance of this day.
Republic is a form of government in which supreme power is held by people and their elected representatives. These words hold much power indeed. It emboldens us with the sense of belonging and the freedom to choose.
True, after many years of struggle, India became an independent country on 15th August 1947. From then onwards, we have been a free country where we the citizens decide how the government is chosen and how it works and how we can try to improve our own and other people's lives.
Yes, to do this, we wrote a national book, the Constitution of India, which is indeed the most important book in our country. But then what is Constitution? It is a book that contains ideas, rules, promises and duties agreed by the people of our country. It can be changed time to time if the citizens feel that is necessary.
Do you all know that our constitution is the longest constitution there is? Well, there are many more such interesting facts that you might not have known earlier. Why don't we go find out?
In 1950, when the constitution was signed, our Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru was the first person to sign it, and that he was excited that he did not leave any space for the president's signature. Our first president, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, however, managed to squeeze his signature above Pandit Nehru's.
Yes, our constitution is a handwritten document. There are a total of 1,17,369 words in the English version of the Constitution of India. It was published in Dehradun by Prem Behari Narendra Zada, who handwrote the entire Constitution. It was written in a flowing italic style.
To be precise, it took 2 years, 11 months and 18 days to come up to the final draft of the Indian Constitution. It underwent as many as 2,000 amendments before reaching its first draft. No wonder it is the longest constitution in the world.
Weren't those some highly informative facts? Well, I have another one for you. Did you know that the original copies of the Constitution are kept in a locked glass case under controlled temperature in the Parliament Library in New Delhi? However, fret not, my friends. You can see the other copies in the India International Center Library and the Nehru Memorial Museum in New Delhi.
Thanks, Anand. You truly got us covered. Our constitution might be too long for us to read, but its spirit can be celebrated and envisioned in each citizen of a country. Here is presenting to you a short poem to relieve that undying spirit.
Let's be equal, just and free, strong in our diversity, free in thought, free in prayer, free in dream, free in dare, free in love, free in care. Let's be equal.
trust, strong to lend the weak a hand, strong to help and understand, strong to build a happier land. Let's be equal, free and just, unified in love and trust.
I'm sure we all have learned something new from these facts. It's time to watch an insightful presentation, Making of a Samvidhan.
It was 26 January 1950 when the Constitution of India came into effect. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the father of the Constitution, couldn't have shaped this without the critical contribution by 15 women amongst the 389 members of the Constituent Assembly. Meet some of the most powerful and progressive voices of India that we seldom talk about, without whose contributions the Constitution may not have been inclusive.
Durgabai Deshmukh was 12 years old when she participated in the non-cooperation movement led by Gandhi in 1920. And in 1936, she went on to establish the Andhra Mahila Sabha. A Gandhian by philosophy, she took part in the freedom struggle at an early age, became a significant political voice and later a criminal lawyer. She was a member of the steering committee and participated in the Constituent Assembly debates. Her legal background made her pivotal in drafting the judiciary section of the Constitution. Deshmukh brought a significant amendment in the draft of the Constitution by lowering the age of obtaining a seat in the council state from 35 to 30 years.
We wanted the music of Veena or sitar, but here we have the music of an English band. These were the words of Kengal Hanumanthaya. Hanumanthaya was elected to the Constituent Assembly from Mysore. In the Constituent Assembly, he argued for greater autonomy for states. He also supported a parliamentary system of government and wanted the president to be indirectly elected and not through adult franchise. He was part of the committee for the drafting of a model constitution for the Indian states, where he made interventions on the issue of federalism. He also served as the second chief minister of Mysore state, currently known as Karnataka from 1952 to 1956. Kengal was the main force behind the construction of the Vidhan Sabha, the state legislature of Karnataka.
Chinnaswamy Subramanya Bharati was a poet, freedom fighter, and a social reformer. He was against caste system, declaring that there were only two castes, men and women, and nothing more than that. Above all, he himself had removed his sacred thread and adorned many Dalits with it. He used to take tea sold in shops run by Muslims. He, along with his family members, attended church on all festival occasions. He also advocated temple entry of Dalits. For all his reforms, he had to face opposition from his neighbors. But Bharati was very clear that unless Indians unite as children of Mother India, they could not achieve freedom. He believed in women's rights, gender equality, and women emancipation. Moreover, he opposed child marriage, dowry, and supported widow remarriage.
Amma Swaminathan was an Indian social worker and a political activist during the Indian independence movement. She was also a member of the Constituent Assembly of India. In a speech during the discussion on the motion by B.R. Ambedkar to pass the draft constitution on November 24, 1949, an optimistic and confident Ammu said, "People outside have been saying that India did not give equal rights to her women. Now we can say, when the Indian people themselves framed their constitution, they have given rights to women equal with every other citizen of the country."
As the president of All India Women's Conference, Hansa Mehta was an important voice. A follower of Mahatma Gandhi and a devoted social activist, she advocated gender equality. She was a champion of education for all and pushed for upliftment of women across the society. She took this social activism to the pages of the Constitution, thereby playing a key role in drafting a constitution that was inclusive of all citizens. Hansa Mehta ensured that the Article 1 of Universal Declaration of Human Rights was made inclusive and the phrase, all men are born free and equal, was changed into all human beings are born free and equal.
Such a special assembly cannot be complete without a song. So, let's welcome the students of middle school to bring out the love for our country through a patriotic song.
जगा हुआ भारत है विश्व प्रेम की ओर चदरिया विश्व प्रेम की ओर चदरिया सच्चे सुर में गाता है एक सुरीली आशा लेकर सूरज नए उगाता है विश्व प्रेम चादर देखे शोते शूरे गाता है सिंध नाड़ी बुढ़िया बिंदिया आर्य माधव तो विश्व प्रेमाची ओढुल चादर खऱ्या सुरानी गाता है एक सुरीली आशा लेने सूरज नभो उगाड़े छे जागा हुआ भारत है ये 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 जय तु भारतम जय तु भारतम वसुदेव कुटुंबकम जय तु भारतम जो तेरे गमया अंधकार को जीते मन यही प्रार्थना करता भारत विजय भव मानव जीवन जागा हुआ भारत है ये जागा हुआ भारत है ये जागा हुआ भारत है ये जागा हुआ भारत है ये.
We would close our presentation with these resonating lines and hope that this patriotism will stay with us always and not wait for any special occasion. देशभक्तों के बलिदान से स्वतंत्र हुए हैं हम, देशभक्तों के बलिदान से स्वतंत्र हुए हैं हम. कोई पूछे कौन हो तो गर्व से कहेंगे भारतीय हैं हम, भारतीय हैं हम.
Namaste. 73 years ago, on this very day, we, the people of India, gave ourselves a unique constitution. As we celebrate India at the rate 75, we also celebrate the core values enshrined in our constitution, which are justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. However, today, I would like to lay stress on that one core value that stood out in each one of us during these past few years, and that is fraternity. The adversities of the past few years have only reminded us of something that we've always known, that love and empathy for humanity, this feeling of maitri or fraternity, is what keeps us glued together. In the very wise words of the famous poet Maithili Sharan Gupta, उसी उदार की सदा सजीव कीर्ति कूचती तथा उसी उदार को समस्त सृष्टि पूजती. It is the benevolent whose glory lives on in songs eternal. It is the generous whom the world admires forever. So this Republic Day, let's pledge to continue on this path of constitutional morality. Be kind, just, free, and benevolent in our thoughts and ideas. Just as the freedom fighters did in their day, so should we in our time. On that thought, wishing you all a very joyous 73rd Republic Day. Jai Hind.